What's going on, y'all? It's JD Pickell. Today on CFP with JD, we're doing CFP with JD as we give you our very own college football playoff rankings. Welcome into CFP with JD, the people's channel for everything college football content on YouTube. To stand up here and talk like an idiot, y'all drive the show. Armstrong Sims and Jack McKenzie do the real work and get this all out to y'all. So, college football playoff rankings came out last night. They were wrong, as usual. So we're going to go ahead and give you our own college football playoff rankings. I'm not going to beat around the bush too much, but go ahead and tell us in the comment section what you want to see. Follow me on Twitter at JD Pickell to tell me that I'm wrong, which, again, I'm not, but go ahead and try to make your own case. Number one, we have the UTSA. I'm kidding. Relax, calm down. We have Georgia. As we have seen in previous weeks, Georgia Bulldogs, they've been one of the most dominant teams in the country. Number one strength of schedule, number one strength of record, not strength of schedule. Number one in game control. They're not even playing their best quarterback. I fully believe that. Stetson Bennett, he's phenomenal. He's done a great job for them so far. JT Daniels is the most talented quarterback on that roster, but the defense makes this whole thing go. All they really have left is the SEC championship. They're on a crash course with Bama. We'll see what happens there, but Georgia is more or less a lock for the college football playoff. Even if they were to somehow lose to Alabama in that title game, they're still going to find themselves in 3 or 4 spots. So Georgia, still your number one college football team in the country. We agree with the committee on that one. Number 2 on the CFP with JD rankings. We're agreeing with the committee here, okay? So don't be too worried. We're agreeing with the committee. I know it's not a big deal. Alabama's our number 2 team in the country. Alabama, the rest of the way, they have number 21 Arkansas. They go to Auburn for the Iron Bowl. So that'll be an interesting game. It's a lot less interesting because Bo Nix isn't going to be playing in that game. Auburn's quarterback. Auburn's not ranked. If they get past Arkansas this week, which is a little bit more sneaky than some people want to admit, I still think Alabama's on the crash course to play Georgia in the SEC title game. We've said that ad nauseum. It's probably going to happen, but Arkansas is what that hinges on. Iron Bowl, it hinges on as well, but it'll just be a little less interesting. Still a rivalry game, okay? Things happen in rivalry games. Not going to waste too much time here. Number 1 and number 2, we're in lockstep with the committee. At number 3, I have Ohio State. Okay, Ohio State Buckeyes are our number 3 team in the country. The committee has them at 4. We had them at 4 last week, but they just throttled a number 19 ranked Purdue team. Okay, by like 20 plus points. That moves needle. Okay, that moves needle with me. The committee has Oregon at number 3. We'll get to Oregon. They're lower on our list, which is a little bit of a spoiler. They're lower on our list. Ohio State right now, if they finish the year how they can finish the year, they will have beaten Michigan State, they will have beaten Michigan, and then likely play a Wisconsin team in the Big Ten title game. That's 3 top 15 wins to end the year. If they beat Michigan State and Michigan, and they're both in the top 10, 2 top 10 wins, a top 15 win. Ohio State right now is also one of the best teams in the country in terms of game control and strength of record. They're number 4 in terms of game control and top 10 in terms of strength of record. So the Buckeyes are rolling right now. 4 is a little bit low committee. 3 is a better spot for them. At number 4, though, I have the committee's worst nightmare in the Cincinnati Bearcats, okay? Future Big 12 member, but right now, Cincinnati, they're down a spot from last week. That's okay. They don't have a Power 5 team left on their schedule, which is going to hurt them. They need some chaos to end up in the whole thing when it's right said and done. They have that win at a top 10 Notre Dame team in South Bend. That should move the needle. A lot of people want to forget that and just think about how they're not playing Power 5 teams week in and week out. Listen, all they do is win. If they finish the year undefeated, they need to be in this thing, especially with the commotion that's going to go on the rest of the way. One of those teams that I think it will involve some commotion from is the Oregon Ducks. Again, committee has them at 5. That's fine. Committee has them at 3. The real committee, and us here at CFB with JD, have them at 5. So Oregon's our number 5 team in the country. Listen, we like Oregon. We don't love Oregon. The one reason why everybody's going crazy for Oregon right now is the Ohio State win. I don't want to take anything away from them. Okay, that's a big deal. They went to Columbus and just absolutely bodied the Buckeyes, who, again, we think pretty highly of. So that's a big deal. But look at everything else that Oregon's done. Is there another win on there that you say, wow, great win, Oregon. You really showed up big time there? Looks pretty lackluster against UCLA. They go to Utah this week to play number 23 Utah University, or University of Utah. I don't feel good about their chances. Not only will they have to go there this time, they'll probably have to play them again for the Pac-12 championship. If I'm a betting man, which I am from time to time, I think they probably drop one of those games to Utah. So right now they're in the 5 spot for us, not because of what they have ahead of them, but because I'm not hanging as much on the Ohio State win as everybody else is. Ohio State win is great, but the rest of their schedule, look at the full body of work, leaves more to be desired. So let's all grow up a little bit and think a little bit less of Oregon. Our number 6 team in the country is going to be Michigan State. So no UTSA this week. We love Jeff Traylor. We love the Roadrunners. We're going to go ahead and roll with our boys here at Michigan State. So Michigan State, their losses to an unranked Purdue team. We say that's not fair because who else has an unranked loss on here? Beep, 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 beep. Alabama. It's the way the committee goes. It's the way that we're going. Alabama's just had too much game control. But Michigan State, they're going to have a chance to play their way into this thing. And I say that wholeheartedly. I don't give you just the half-hearted. They'll play their way in. It'll work itself out like the committee does. They legitimately have a chance to play their way in. If they beat Ohio State, they essentially take control of the East. They play pretty much their way into this whole deal if they win the Big Ten. A one-loss Big Ten champ Michigan State will be in the college football playoff. Right now, though, they're sitting at 6 for us. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. So, in summary, we have Georgia, Alabama, we have Ohio State, we have Cincinnati, we have Oregon at 5 for now, and we have Michigan State at 6 for now. This weekend is going to shake this whole thing up, all right? I promise you. You have my word. I promise you. This will not look the same this time next week. So take a good look at it. We do our CFP with JD every single Wednesday. Those drop right after they drop the fake ones. We drop the real ones, okay? So that's just how it goes. Appreciate you tuning in. A video comes out nearly every single day. Why not subscribe? You know you want to. You love college football just like us. We will keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.